Solving these quadratic equations. So because it's got an x squared as the leading term, then that's what's making it quadratic. And because it has x squared, it's most likely going to have two answers. The first thing to do is check and make sure, is there anything you could factor out of all three of these terms? Well, the only thing we could really factor out of a 49 would be a 7, because it's 7 times 7. But a 7 can't be factored out of a 16, so no go there. Next, probably not going to be able to factor these, so we'll be using quadratic formula. Negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Probably the formula that I use the most throughout all of math. Quadratic formula over and over. Maybe that's the tattoo I should get. Okay, I got distracted. So we've got x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c. And then it's divided by 2 times a. Thank goodness, those are going to be some big numbers. If you're looking at this as a review for AccuPlacer, and you haven't taken AccuPlacer before, there are some of the questions where it will allow you to pop up a little calculator when the numbers get really big like this. So inside the radical, we've got 56 squared minus 4 times 49 times 16. What? All those big numbers cancel? Let me double check. 56 squared is 3136. 4 times 49 times 16, 3136. So if they're subtracting, that's 0. Nice. So x is going to be negative 56. All of this canceled, the radical, this whole radical part. And then this would be a 98. So this can be reduced. If you divide by 2, this is going to be 28. If you divide by 2, this is going to be 49. Can it be reduced any more? Well, the only thing in this is 7s. Does 7 go into 28? Oh, yes it does. So it's going to leave a 7 on the bottom when you divide by 7. So divide by 7, it still leaves a 7. Divide by 7 leaves a 4. So negative 4 over 7. Now, just an added bonus, since this radical thing became a 0, that means that this, which is a parabola, if you go over to where x is negative 4 over 7, it means the parabola goes like this. It comes down, it hits the x-axis exactly at negative 4 over 7, and then it goes back up. Look at that, a bonus for free. And then over here. So, one more practice with the quadratic formula. So, negative, oh, it's not x, it's k. Hold on, let me make a k. There you go. K is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times a. So can I do this without a calculator? Let's see, 11 squared is 121. This would be a 12, and a 12 times 10 is 120. So we've got 121 minus 120, that's a 1. And then it's the square root of 1, so that's just 1. Nice. first these look like they're going to be a little bit scary, but they're not at all. Okay, now to figure out the two answers, you have to look at this as two cases. And you go k equals negative 11 plus 1 over 6. We'll figure that out in a second. And then you go negative 11 minus 1 over 6. Okay, now I'll go back and do the work. So this is going to be negative 10 over 6. And that can be reduced. Divide by 2 and divide by 2. So negative 5 over 3. And then this one would be negative 12 over 6, which reduces to be negative 2. There's the two answers. And by the way, when this turns out to be something that you can take the square root of, like here, the square root of 1 is 1, that means that, yes, we could have used factoring on this. But we already did quadratic formula, and it was a lot of fun, so we're done.